game. Let's continue with this. People are trained to hop, skip, jump, and twist to sound commands and words like trained seal and animals. You're taught a word, taught what that word represents, and taught how to react or respond to that word. Someone just came by. Guess they were listening to a rap song or something. And it wasn't much of a song. It just kept repeating the N word. And they looked at me like I was supposed to have some reaction. And I looked at them like, you're an idiot. Sounds, good and bad sounds. Was that good or bad? Happy or sad? See what's wrong with your thinking? A sound doesn't elicit emotion. Only people teach you to respond a certain way to sound. Naturally, a sound doesn't make you do anything unless it's a sound of danger. Talking to a baby that doesn't understand your language has no effect. Talking to someone else who doesn't speak your language has no effect. They're going to go by your emotional content, if anything. They're going to respond to your anger, sadness, joy, or whatever without even understanding what you're saying. They can tell what you're going through and what you're thinking. So when I call you a bunch of meat bots, this is a lesson that will give you understanding about why I have this attitude. You know what a robot is? You know how a robot works? By command. You know how you work? By command. This command means feel bad. This command means be happy. You're taught to get mad about this, to be happy about this, to be sad about this. You are taught these things because a baby doesn't respond to any of them. It has natural sadness. It has no anger. It has natural expression of pain and discomfort that you misconstrue for anger. No one's happy about diaper rash. The baby isn't doing what you think it is doing. Neither is the animal. They don't understand what you're saying. Your animal does not understand you. Okay? It's conditioned to respond to sound commands by repeating it over and over and by reward and punishment. Sound familiar? By reward and punishment? You're taught what sounds mean. Don't. Do. When you do, like a trained dog. When you get the spelling word right, to give you a biscuit, you get an A on the test. You get a doggy treat. And you're taught this way. You do something bad, you're spanked and put in the corner. Pretty much like the way a puppy is done. What's wrong with this, people? Animal people are digressing you because it's their comfort zone to live on the level of an animal with animals, like an animal. And you're being dummied down to the mentality and intelligence of an animal, the way and the hygiene of an animal. So don't approach me or even speak to me about language. You know, cursing, profanity, proper English, proper this. Do not go there. Find the note on none of that is natural behavior. You're a fluke. No other creature talks but you. Your vocal cords that were supposed to be used for exclaiming, pain, danger, fear, basic sounds. In your genius, you learn to associate grunts with things. And it has changed the course of your evolution. And I'm not going to say for the better. You would be better off with a stick and arrows pointing. Pictures of things. That's what you're supposed to do with your stick. You weren't supposed to come up with words in writing. You were supposed to use hieroglyphics. You're supposed to... Images don't change from land to land. In China, the picture of a car in a Chinese person's mind and the picture of a car in an American person's mind is the same. But the words are different. The sounds are different. In France, in Italy, in Germany, in Arabia, even in Australia, where they so-called speak the same language. They have a whole different name for things. They speak the same language, and things still don't have the same sound. But what's always the same? The thing is always the same. And the image of the thing in your brain is always the same. Okay? I'm not going to say thought is the universal language. There is something deeper than thought. But you must first be taught what thought is. Because the truth is, you don't know. Always saying you're thinking and what you think. But you can't tell me what thinking is or what thought is. You're in a worse shape than you are capable of realizing. A person could be so insane they can't even realize they're insane. You've seen it. You just don't think it applies to you because you're not stripping down all of your clothes, babbling nonsense. You think that you're not in the same condition as that person because you're not rocking back and forth repeating the same sentence. But I promise you, you are. Maybe even worse. That person has broken free from something that holds you bounded, programming. That person is no longer in sync with the program, doing what they are told. They broke free. You can call them crazy, you can call whatever. You are controlled like a robot by sounds and sights. You're taught not just sounds, but even these sights, you're taught how to respond to them. Excuse me. See how big it goes? When have I heard a train sound that loud in the history of me sitting on this corner? And do you have any idea how far the closest railroad track is from here? It's out of sound range, that's for sure. That's been magnified. My adversaries, or whatever you want to call them, they're not much of a challenge though. It's really a mismatch. Really don't understand how lame their thinking patterns and actions are to me. And it's like so many bugs that could be exterminated all in one big batch. and their individual mosquito bites are just an irritation. Insects are too stupid to know to run until it's too late. Until after you're spraying bug spray. They can't understand what a can of Raid is. They don't have the intelligence to figure out what a can of Raid is until it's too late. That's my enemies. They're that dumb. They don't have a leg to stand on. The words are useless now. The sounds are useless. They don't mean anything to anyone but them, and they only mean something to them because some ancient person back in ancient times who is dead made up some sounds and associated some nouns with those sounds and some verbs with those sounds. Actions and things for those of you who may be little people and haven't learned a lot of sounds yet. So, before you put too much weight on your words, your actions, remember, a baby will just lay there until the irritation is so bad it will cry because it knows nothing else if no one teaches it to do anything. What method will that baby evolve? Trial and error experience. It will smell everything, taste everything, listen to everything, look at everything, feel everything, and come to a conclusion itself as to what it is and how it works. So it doesn't have to be told, but it's cut short and told, don't put that in your mouth. This is a method of evaluation, okay? 5 parts. You look at it, you listen to it, you smell it, you taste it, you touch it. It has a taste. It has a smell. And sometimes when you think they're tasting it, they're smelling it too. You very seldom see a baby put something to its nose and sniff it, but it can smell. So how it's smelling? By bringing it closer. And it's multitasking. It's tasting it and smelling it at the same time. And looking at it. And it's feeling it too. But all you see is, oh no, the baby's putting that in its mouth. If you kept everything clean around the baby could put it in its mouth. And in the proper proportion where it couldn't swallow it, then there's no threat. But no, you're lazy. You want to keep little things around the baby, can't smile on things that are a danger to the baby and put the baby in the middle of them. So every few minutes you're saying, stop, quit it, don't. That's your faulty planning. It's not the baby. You need a lot of help. I'm not trying to put anyone down, make everybody feel stupid. They should feel stupid already. Because they are. Someone has stupefied them. And chances are, we'll never find them. They probably burned food a long time ago. When the ball is still rolling down the damn hill, getting bigger and bigger. No, it takes a superhero to run up and grab this big snowball and stop it before it smashes the village. None of you volunteered. So here I am. If you want my job, you better show that you're qualified, more qualified than I am. Or the people are going to burn you at the stake. Not in effigy, they're going to burn the real you. Go against me. See what happens. Because going against me is going against life. Everyone's. You can't find nowhere where I'm pushing death or propagating death or producing death. But everywhere you look, I'm stopping it. You can't win. You're not armed, you're not equipped. Need to join in. And as they say in the streets, you need to get in where you fit in. This has been a message from the SPS, the servants of all worthy causes, the ones, and all associated associations. Ooh, this word game. My tongue was not built for this language, English. Let's move on to the next thought.